Good evening, everybody. How we all doing? Ah.
My mind immediately went to Herbert from Family Guy. Except for you don't do that whistle between the teeth between every other sentence.
Why am I Herbert?
Just the way you said that opening bit initially.
Okay.
It's like, how y'all doing? Again, I watched Family Guy earlier, so.
Gotta put the little gobbo over here. Gonna put the stuff we need to prime.
Yeah.
Well, I'm missing one thing's base, but that's just because it's gonna be for a Blue Twitch stream, so. Well, we can prime it, I just can't paint it to a certain point.
Yeah. Alright, where did... Oh, right, it's in DMs. Oh, no it's not. I can just do this.
So yeah, those of you that were on Discord, the reason I am running late is because I probably could have waited till tomorrow morning to try this bread, but I wanted to try a slice of it tonight. So, I've been trying my hand at baking. Technically what I baked is not really bread. It's bread, but it's not like leavened.
Well, to be fair, you don't really need to bake all that much because you've got enough cake as it is. Sorry.
Listen, if I can save a little bit of money and not have to go pay $3 or $4 for a loaf of bread at the grocery store, I will.
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone's being dumb. Well,
that was the cheesiest way I could have said that.
I know, I was just like, if you looked just now, I literally just did a slow turn towards you, like, really?
Yeah.
Come on, Camo, you ain't broken. Please start. But yeah, I am pretty sure there is somebody who does more baking than me in the chat. I started to say comments, I'm like, this ain't YouTube. Or if I told them the recipe, they'd probably be like, you should do this instead of this.
Muse got a point, Nami.
You're both small enough I can sit on you in one go.
Do you hear me complaining? To be fair, if I wasn't so small, you'd probably fill this couch out that I'm sitting on, so...
Well, I've also made myself purposely a little bit bigger just so I'm center screen.
Fair enough. Okay, note to self. Ooey. Don't eat talkies.
So I will say this as I'm going to switch over to mini painting and hope that I have everything set up right. I do not.
Wouldn't be a Twitch stream without a little bit of scuff.
Well, no, this is... Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. So, I have been, for these resin models, I've been trying a different form of high-proofed alcohol to clean these. So I've been, instead of using isopropyl, I've been using... Shit, it's
rubbing alcohol?
No, rubbing alcohol is isopropyl.
Oh.
No, it's the kind that's a paint thinner, but it's also like a starter fluid.
Oh, yeah. I know which one you mean.
Denatured?
Like, yeah, it's denatured spirits.
Yeah, it's denatured alcohol. It feels like they've been cleaning a little bit better. I'm not seeing as much like leftover.
Uncured.
Well, it's cured, but what it is, it's like this white powdery stuff where you could tell the liquid was.
Mm.
And so I'm not seeing it as often. It does seem like it has an interesting texture on it.
Yeah.
I say that and I just saw the flame has like a weird thing going on. This is the one we're probably going to paint tonight.
Yeah. So, no, what I'm thinking you could do...
Mm-hmm.
They have this little vat thing that you can take a basket and...
All I had was enough time to hear it go off, look over to the side of my eye, didn't see anything, look back at the main screen. I guess he was just ripping through dimensions, I see.
Yep. Must have clicked must have touched the wrong portal stone. Or Sherman was doing warp stone experiments again.
Maybe.
Help! Help! I don't know where I am. Sherman handed me these shrooms and all of a sudden I just went in places. Help! Help me!
Breathe, get some water, and watch some funny cartoons. You'll be fine. and get a ton of water. Trust me, your mouth's gonna feel dry really quick soon. Oh wait, you breathe fire.
Yeah. If he doesn't already have cotton mouth.
Get some denatured alcohol.
Oh god.
Guys, help me! All of a sudden I'm in a mech suit. All of a sudden I have to fight against Steiners. I don't know what's going on. Guys, help!
Micah, it's the portal stone on the left. First one on your left.
Well, he just talked about Steiner. What fucking anime is Steiners? I don't know if it's an anime or a video game reference. I was like, wait, what? I heard mech and I'm like, oh, mech. I have to be very careful with that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm good. Though, why am I in a high school setting and why do I have this sudden urge to confess something to Senpai?
Wrong portal stone again, Micah. The portal stone on your left.
Well, at least it wasn't Yandere.
Yandere Sim.
Oh god, we don't. No, we're not going there. No, we're not talking about that. Fuck, no, I just realized I almost opened the can of worms by talking about that. No!
Micah. Portal stone on to the left of the chest on where that puddle of goo came out of, from where that goblin I showed you came out of. There you go.
Got it, finally. No, let that game be gone. I'm going to show you. Alright. I don't know why I'm priming this one. This one I literally have to be careful when I turn it at a certain angle.
Yes.
Well, it's one of those things where I could say it's safe for work, it's safe enough for Twitch.
Yes.
but it's Ivy, so she's always like kind of right there.
Yeah.
Ivy from Soul Calibur.
Yeah. Again, plot armor, we'll just say.
There's somebody who actually like tried to recreate her. I forget what it was. It was either her outfit or something. Like trying to see if you could even like wear her outfit.
No, it's not possible because to have Ivy's assets, that thing's gonna rip the second you put it on.
Yeah.
It's not meant to hold those size jugs weights.
Which is why I think in one of the newer games they've actually like they sort of lowered her cup size, if I remember right.
No,
They haven't.
they raised the fabric to boob ratio.
Ah. Okay, so I've now got her covered in a way where I can bring her out, so I think we're fine. Until I start dry brushing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this might be your model. I'm gonna probably get like 4 painted up, and I'm just gonna give you the option between those 4.
Yeah. Well, again, Ivy, I've never played Soul Calibur, except for the one that had Link in it.
So the one on the GameCube, Xbox, and original Xbox, and PS2, I believe.
Yeah.
I played the one that had Link in it, and then I've also played the one that...
That had Darth Vader.
Yeah. I've also played the one that had Kratos. Which was the PSP one, I think.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Here's the thing, I wasn't even Ivy main back in Soul Calibur. It was either a toss-up between Link or whatever that one Croc character was.
Lizard Man? Or something
Yeah,
like that?
Lizard Man.
Yeah.
Just because I could just belly bump somebody into the wall and then drop kick them off the stage.
What was the fucking... I did Nightmare a bit. Because Nightmare was kind of the best of both, like, heavy attacks and a couple of other things.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, I did play Ivy on occasion, but
yeah.
I just didn't like how you had to push a certain button combo to put the sword from whip mode back to sword mode.
Well, to be fair, that's a lot of fighting game. A lot of the heart of the more competitive fighting games is everything has to be a combo.
Yeah. Well, with the exception of Fighter Z, which at that point is just Capcom versus Marvel.
Yeah. Well, like I said, a lot of these super competitive ones. Smash is competitive, but it's only...
It's a Nintendo game.
It's
There are no damn combos.
There is. Weirdly, there is. It's just...
Well,
Not many people are going to get sweaty enough to... Not many people are going to get sweaty enough to be Smash mains.
Yeah. Hell, the only game that got somewhat competitive in, aside from Splatoon 1 and 2, was, what was the name of the game? It was a fighting game. Late Wii era. Just before Splatoon came out. Brawl.
Smash Brothers Brawl?
Yeah.
That was in GameCube. Oh no, Brawl
Yeah.
wasn't. No, Brawl wasn't. It was Melee was GameCube.
Yeah, Melee was... Melee was a dumpster fire of a Smash game.
Well, that's the weird part. Melee is the one that everybody goes back to.
Yeah. Well, the hitbox on Marth was just... Or not Marth. On Roy was just insane. But yeah, Brawl, I was a Lucario main. Super Smash Brothers Wii, I was a DK main.
Well, Brawl was the Wii one.
Well, so 64, I should say.
Yeah. Well, Smash Brothers, it was really just the base roster,
Yeah,
which is Mario, Donkey Kong,
Link, Kirby,
Samus,
Ness, yeah, Fox,
and then Pikachu. The
Yoshi.
DOA standard for being too serious. Too. What? What was that, Micah? The DOA standard is being Dead or Alive standard is being taken to serious by. Oh yeah. Oh, like DOA. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, Dead or Alive.
Yeah. Well, and like, a lot of people want to cosplay some of the characters. I'm like, you
Yeah.
do realize that fabric that they're using is probably tailor-made for that fucking character.
Well, considering Ivy is like, she's like Lady Ivy Valentine or something like that is her full title.
Yeah.
Because her father was Lord Captain Cervantes,
Yeah. And then,
but he's just known as Captain
Like, they're-
Cervantes.
yeah. Like a lot of the characters in most fighting games, like Ivy, for instance, are there just for fucking fan service.
Yeah.
Any good player never picks Ivy or something. But yeah, like, you could say the same thing about Rouge the Bat, for instance.
Rouge the Bat was just meant to. Well, yeah, Rouge the Bat was. They just basically said, yeah, we just want fan service when we introduced her.
Yeah, and then they actually developed her character, like, late in the development of that game.
Yeah.
Like, towards the beginning of the game, you could tell she was just, like, a counterpart for
Knuckles.
the main trio's characters.
Well, you could tell it's like, well, we need the villain's version of Knuckles, so it's like, well, she's gonna be the villain's version of Knuckles. Because obviously Shadow is Sonic's.
Yeah, Shadow's is Sonic's. Eggman is...
Tails.
Yeah. Even though Tails is technically smarter than Robotnik, but...
It depends on the time. It depends on the timeline. I don't know what he was saying lies and slander to.
Eh.
You know you can join the Discord call.
Yeah. And this time, try not to, step on, like, one of the original plums or whatever.
You don't tell me that I can join and when I cannot join because my brain is so gone. I don't know what I'm doing.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You need some ice cream to cool off.
Lies! Slander! You didn't know nothing!
Now I'm half expecting Sherman to just show up. I hope those arthritis pills did what they were supposed to.
No, but seriously, how's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Cool. I was just doing some editing, so I wanted to have some fun while I was doing that, waiting for things to properly load up.
Yeah.
For sure. Did Sherman take his arthritis medication?
Is that what it's called? Yeah, he had arthritis, all right, but it was a little bit different in the spot where it's supposed to be there, Shiny.
Little blue pill, I'm assuming.
Little?
Well, little in comparison to Sherman.
Okay, look, I don't call a pill the size of, like... you're goblin, so that doesn't work. Nami, hold up your thumb. Yeah, like that.
Oh, so it was. No, oh yeah.
That ain't
No
little of a
wonder.
pill, and I don't think what happens to afterwards is the thing I want to know about.
Fair enough. Oh shit. I was telling Micah here earlier I was waiting to paint the goblin till I got on stream with you.
Mm-hmm.
So busy chewing the fat with you, completely forgot to shake up the paint I was gonna use.
But yeah, so yeah, like you were saying, a lot of those fighting game characters like Ivy are pretty much just,
Yeah,
you know why they're there.
The primary function of them is, yeah, definitely that. I would, however, counter the whole, she's only there for the fan service. Her techniques are actually pretty hard to counter when someone actually spends the time to switch between sword and whip sword. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
though. Her posing and how she moves about, oh yeah, very much. Oh, we got some candy.
Mm-hmm.
Cats. I'm not going to deny it. But at least when it comes to her, the later designs and some of the redesigns that go to her have become a little bit more tame.
Yeah.
The kind of thing that it's like, okay, yeah, we went through our high school phase, now we're into college, and we're becoming a little bit more, okay, I liked this when I was in high school, but now, like, I like this more.
That's what I was about to say. I could have swore one of her newer outfits was more like what you'd expect somebody to actually wear, while still kind of giving like reference to like, yeah, we know what she used to dress like.
Yeah, her her number 6 and number 5 were more akin to the latter one there.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think it's been better for the design with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and then you look at Kevin's design. The one where Soul Edge had no master.
That was number 5, yeah.
Yeah, 5. It was like either 5 or 7, one of the two.
It changes master so many times. I'm like, who?
Well, the whole point with number 5 was that it took control of the guy completely. And...
Oh yeah, that's when he wasn't there. It was just Nightmare.
Yep. Well, Siegfried was there putting cutscenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember at one point, Soul didn't have a host, so it was literally just an empty suit of armor.
Well, that's Nightmare's the one who's the armor, and I think
No,
that's Nightmare's the one who was the living armor at some point, if I remember right. After Siegfried gets released from him, he's basically just a living suit of armor with like that's controlled by the sword.
Yeah, game 3 and 4. That's the scenario, as the armor itself has been formulated by the Soul Edge blade, and Siegfried's trying to purify it and such. So by 5, where he's now purified and such, but still a roaming nomad, as it were, and then you get to 6, and it's just a whole new bag of worms.
Yeah. I was about to say, and then there's that fucking then whatever game it was where they introduced that being where it's basically he is Soul Edge and Soul Calibur, where like his arms are like the two different swords.
Oh yeah, that's the main villain from 4.
Yeah.
To be fair though, that boss was, for lack of a better term, a nightmare to fight, but
I don't know, man. I think the true form of Nightmare in the 3rd game was far more problematic.
yeah. Third
What was-
game's, yeah, I agree with you there. Third game's Nightmare was, then again, the one I played, the one on PS2 with Link in it.
Well, it was Link was on the GameCube.
Heihachi was on the PlayStation, and Spawn was on the Xbox.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
So if you were playing with Link on one of those consoles, it means somehow you were playing a hacked version of that game.
Yeah. Well, I say PS2 era usually.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, the GameCube, the Soul Calibur, like that nightmare was. He wasn't bad, but you could tell that that fight wasn't meant for that control.
There was not really a lot of games meant for the GameCube's controller.
Okay, I can't tell. Is that Slime or is that her? Yeah, that is. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not Slime. That's.
I was trying to remember if I had my copy of. Yeah. I had the GameCube version of it for a while. I don't know what happened to that one. I know I have the Xbox one because I saw that one while I was unpacking stuff.
Yeah.
I really hate how long this brush on primer takes, but it's better than trying to get a paint screen thing and do like one of these days when I can actually sit down and get one of those like indoor spray tents set up.
Yeah.
Which one are you using for the paint on primer?
Vallejo's primer.
I'm using Army Painters.
Vallejo just takes for fucking ever to dry.
The only thing I can recommend with that is to use a dry brush and just go.
Pretty much. I know. Yep. Now I know when you use the stuff in an airbrush, it dries within like 5-10 minutes.
Sometimes faster than that. That's because it's formulated to be shot out there and it's in a much thinner layer. Whereas putting it by a brush, it's going on a little bit thicker.
Well, that's why I said, the actual stuff that says it's meant for airbrushing, this stuff is like, no, this is the stuff we have where it's like, basically it's like you can do it whatever way you want. Yeah, it says here, it says allow for 12 hours. I'm like, it's probably more like 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes. To be fair, I have a really fast way I could do it. I could just go get the hairdryer and just very far.
No one believes me when I tell them, yeah, just grab your hairdryer. That doesn't seem right. What?
Yeah, because you're heating up the water molecules.
Yeah, you're drying out the moisture so that way the. Let me show you. Holy smokes! Yeah.
That's all it is. That's literally why if you need to reanimate a paint, you can just throw water in it if you need it really quick.
Yeah, it's like I might know what I'm talking about here.
That's yeah. Like almost all my paints, it's like crap. I gotta reanimate it from the dead. If I need that paint often enough, yeah, I'll dump Lamia medium into it because that's the medium they use in their normal paints.
Yep.
Well, Citadel does. I don't know what Army Painter's medium is that they use.
They have a specific style of medium. I don't know if which big brand it comes from, but most of the medium I use for them is from their speed line.
Yeah. Well, they have contrast and speed paint mediums. If you mix that with normal paint, in theory, depending on the paint, will turn it into a contrast or speed paint, so it does some weird stuff. That's why there's some paints where when you turn them in, you can tell when you turn certain paints into where you use contrast medium, you're like, oh, that's what you did, is you just took those pigments and used them with a contrast medium instead. And of course, once people started to figure that out is when they started to go, no, we changed our pigments just a little bit. That's why we have a Generation 1 and a Generation 2 of those paints now.
Explains it then. I've never heard of that before.
What?
So that's using the contrast medium, the Gen 1, Gen 2 of them. never heard that myself. So.
Well,
Huh.
with speed paint. I forget why they changed the medium. I think I know they changed the medium between Gen 1 and Gen 2 for some weird reason. Contrast, I know, is because people started to figure out, oh wait, we can buy the cheaper, smaller things and turn them into contrast paints.
I mean, they still can.
Yeah. Unless you're trying to buy... There's a couple of colors they've changed, annoyingly.
Yeah, but I'm more referring to I've seen plenty of people on YouTube saying, yeah, go buy this in bulk, and then mix. You then have this color of contrast. You're welcome. So it's like, oh, you can still do it. All right.
Well, and then there's... what is the brand called? I think it's P3 if you want, like, classic Warhammer style paints.
Yeah.
This is like the original orc skin, if I remember right.
If I recall too, I think that's really what Tooth and Coats is based on as well.
Yeah.
It was the modified colors for Citadel, like when they went from 7th edition, I think.
Yeah.
In...
Back when they were just like, we don't mind our stuff being colorful, and obviously we're a spoof on stuff, to no, we want ourselves to be grimdark and serious.
Yeah, I think they went too far into that one.
Yeah. At least, the funny thing is, 40K went too far with that. Age of Sigmar has kind of, like, come back around to embracing the weirdness in some ways.
In some ways, not fully, though, and that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, at least interesting with Darktide and Vermintide, although those are being made by a different company. They've
They do understand the big difference to it, but at the same time, I think GW is just hurting themselves. And speaking of hurting themselves, I need to go hurt myself because I need to go deal with more editing. And because the loading speed says, hey, guess what? You can't be doing this. So, I bid you, Nami, adieu. Because Shiny just disappeared for some reason.
Oh, either she lost power again, or somebody called her away. She'll probably reappear.
Alright, well, whenever Shiny shows back up, just tell her that, yeah, the shrooms kicked in again, and, yeah, I'm off on a wild chase again.
There's a chance she's still watching, because I need to turn these off.
You heard nothing, Shiny! You heard nothing!
Yep. Later, Micah. I knew you were still watching. It's a bad habit to keep those things up. The things that show my viewer count. It's just... It usually helps me keep an eye on if anything has crashed. Shit, I'm gonna need some more Grays Administratum soon. One of these days I need to start going and hop off anyway and play some VR shit. Aw, alright. You know, I'm wondering if this is supposed to be Gazmini's attempt at making a Sister of Battle. A different variant of a Sister of Battle. I'm trying to remember, does she have copper? Okay, I'm gonna have to look up Ivy's sword when it's in whip mode, because I'm trying to remember how it looks when it's extended. I will say this, I want to add her, I want to get a, I am working on a plan to do for a Nuzlocke. Ooh! One of these days I will do a Nuzlocke. That might be interesting to do one time. I don't know. One of these days I want to try it, but at the same time I kind of just like playing Pokemon as a Pokemon game. To be fair, I completely missed doing the DLC, so at this point it's just kind of... Yeah, that's the problem. If I go and play Pokemon, I'm going to have to go play the DLC, I'm going to have to play... I'm going to have to get caught back up on everything, and then we can start doing stuff like Nuzlocks. Or I'm going to have to go to a game where I've beaten the DLC and everything, and we'll do a Nuzlocke there first. Speaking of DLC, we can do Pokemon. There's a Pokemon prop hunt now? Like, is it an actual, like, Pokemon prop hunt game mode, or is it just... Sorry, I'm wiping this excess off, because... What game? Is that in the DLC? Huh. Well, okay then. That is interesting to note. Well, shit. Alright. Need to see if I can get the money for the DLC. Anybody got a few commissions they want to do that they can afford right now? I know. I honestly need to start advertising that I do commissions anyway. It's just I don't do it as like I should. I can still tell certain stuff is dry, wet. The funny thing is, I've got something you wanted me to print a while back. It's just we were talking about printing it. Something for Battlefleet Gothic. I think we were going to test painting it first before we started doing the commissions for that. Netflix stole money from my checking. Yeah, I canceled that shit a while back. I am down to about 3 streaming services now. And to be fair, the only reason I'm paying... Okay, so one of them... So the only 3 streaming services I'm paying for right now is Amazon. Because technically, what they should have done when they sold this is, oh, hey, to have commercial free, it's just extra $2.99. So, for those who use Prime, what they should have done to sell it is just say, oh, hey, it's another $2.99 a month if you don't want commercials. If not, you can still keep paying the same price. Is how they should have advertised it. It's still bullshit. Yes, Daddy Bezos, I will insult you on your own website. But I get where it's coming from. But $2.99 is not that bad. Now, if it was like $7.99, I'd be like, fuck that, I'll deal with the commercials. But I canceled Hulu recently because I realized I was paying like $18 a month for that. No, 17 something a month for that. I was paying $18 a month for Disney Plus. I'm like, fuck that. I don't watch this stuff enough. It's like, yeah, Doctor Who and the new Star Wars show that are coming out look interesting, but it's like, I'm not going to go out of my way. I'll wait till both of those shows have finished up, and then I'll just get it for like another month, or I'll borrow somebody else's and watch it. Especially since I think during April, I'm going to be house sitting for somebody near the end of the month. And I think they have Disney Plus and all that, so I'll probably just borrow their accounts. Which, if I'm lucky, should be on my off days when I'm going to be house sitting for them, so I'm not too worried about it. Why are you not... Fuck me. God damn it, you can tell where it's still fucking wet. Yeah, I just canceled as much of those as I could recently. To be fair, off stream, if you ask me and remind me, I will tell you how to get them at very good discounted rates. Although I need to double check my sites and see if they still work. Yeah, I try and only pay now for the streaming stuff I actually use. Like Spotify, I use that while we're playing it in the background, so I'm going to keep Spotify. The only nice thing is this none is going to be a lot of blacks and whites and golds. So I'm not too worried about getting her too slap chopped up. Ivy, on the other hand, I cannot actually technically paint her until Wednesday. Because I need her to be presentable, quote unquote. Funny thing is, I think the other thing of Ivy I can paint up tonight is probably her sword. That's just a random Ara Ara. That's the most I can show of Ivy now, because it's kind of obvious. God damn it. See, I don't mind certain parts of this outfit being darker in the slap chop method because it's going to get painted black anyway. Okay, let's let her dry and we can start on her base real quick. Why the fuck are you not coming out right? And I watered it down too much. Fuck me. What's funny is I just looked over out of the side of my eye and somebody was talking to me about how they want to start a lizard man AOS army. But they want one of the giant T-Rexes, and they're like, oh, I could use a Godzilla thing as a proxy. And I just looked out of the side of my eye, I'm like, I wonder what model they were talking about. Godzilla's still right next to me because he is a little too big right now for the display case. Let's see here. Ivy, Soul Calibur Sword. Thank you. I can't tell if it's rope or copper. Kind of feels like it's copper. I think we're gonna go with copper. I'm trying to figure out if I have a good red. Actually, we're gonna go with the Talos Bronze. Yeah. Talos Bronze for the inside. Runefang for the blades. And Ironbreaker for the inside of the blade. I just don't know if I have a good red for the handle. Although, can you even see the handle? Well, you can see the pointy bits that come out. What it looks like to me is it's some kind of like copper chain, so I'm just gonna go with that. It's probably rope. What we'll probably do before we put the rune thing on for the sides blades, we'll probably paint up everything like they're supposed to, and then we'll black wash it just so it brings everything together. And this should give it time for everything to kind of dry up that I need for the nun. Yes. You know, the funny thing is I put Morningstar sometimes as the last name, so... Eh. Actually, I think we put Morningstar just because it's easier to put that, and if anybody gets what I mean by that, it's like, oh. Although Mother of Demons does sound a lot cooler. Do we want to do Ironbreaker? Actually, what we should do... Where is it? Where's my Lead Belcher? We should do Lead Belcher. Then Dry Brush on some Ironbreaker, and then do... And then do a Rune Fang on the sides. How are you doing, Rajanka? That's good. We're painting up Ivy's sword so that we have more time to paint some other stuff on Wednesday. Because Ivy, we have to wait till Wednesday to paint. Stasis while waiting for... Aw. I don't care if it's... I don't even have you anymore. I need to uninstall you, so you stop telling me that. Yeah, so about a month or so ago, I was at work, and my watch got caught in one of the things I work on, but just barely, and it just ripped the entire screen out of my Fitbit. To be fair, nothing bad happened to me. It was just one of those things where I'm moving this heavy thing, grabbed it, all of a sudden just went click. Didn't even realize it had happened until I looked over at my arm and I just saw the screen hanging off. So annoying, but fine. So what I'm trying to do is I'm also trying to get to the point where when I mix up the gold, I can start painting all the stuff that needs to be gold on the nun here. That way we can try and do what I normally do when I'm painting a lot of stuff, which is paint it all in one go. Okay. On my mini factory, I need you to pull up so I can pull up this stupid thing. Arcanum Workshop, what do you got here for me? No, I want... You bastard. I want library. Because I don't need to exactly paint it right. I just need it to be... Of course she's got a shit ton of gold filigree on her. So, this is clearly supposed to be a Sister of Battle, but in like an actual nun outfit. Because she has got gold. That's a lot of edge highlighting gold. The wood is wood, so that's not surprising. It's leather or mahogany.
Wii Sports.
Yee. It is specifically, let me bring up Spotify. This is Wii Sports. It's a remake by VGR. I used to have a thing that would display the music. Yeah. I used to have a thing that would display my music, but it would never work because I'd have to have Spotify up and it would cause issues with my screens. If I had a third monitor, which eventually I might do, maybe I'll bring that back. The nice thing is once I oil wash this, that's going to look like an actual piece of wood. And if I really wanted to, I could bring in a hardened... I could bring in one of the leather speed paints. Actually, I might be able to bring in one of the leather speed paints and not have to wash it. Not leather, wood speed paints. Yeah, a lot of this playlist that I'm listening to, Rajanka, yep, DK Summit Mario Kart Wii by Arcade Player. So fun fact, a lot of the Nintendo music is DMCA free. Or at least they don't DMCA strike you for it. And just some random sexy sax. Seven. Did I win something, Larka? And another fairy fountain song. I don't know why lo-fi guys like doing this song, but okay. Okay. Yep, her bust is out. I couldn't figure out if it was or not. Okay, let's leave that there to dry. You picked my starter for the team, and I don't have it yet. Well, damn. Let's see here. How much of Ivy can I start painting? Because I have a ton of this gold. Does she have gold on her shoulder pads? I almost feel like that's Cervantes' skull, so we should probably actually paint that up as a skull. Wait, is Cervantes dead? Fuck, I don't remember if he's dead, but I know he's dead. I meant, is he no longer a threat? And I just saw what her newer outfit looked like, and I'm like, yeah, no, I agree. That is a much better looking outfit. Yeah, both shoulder pads have gold. She actually has a lot of gold on her, surprisingly. I'm not intentionally trying to paint her tonight. It's just one of those things where these two have a lot of similar shared colors, funny enough. she have gold on her fucking shoes? Yes, she does. There's a certain point where I can't paint her, and I could literally paint her all the way up until that point on stream. And we're right about there, so I think we're gonna just... I'm making sure there's no, like, other obvious, like, gold on her. Well, she does have, like, gold buckles. This is kind of like a combination of like all her outfits, so I can't really tell what the hell's going on. Oh. Of course I picked the fucking... Of course I picked him. Okay, we're gonna leave her alone now. We will deal with Ivy. Actually, we're gonna probably do her hair too, because her hair is the same color as her hair. I almost feel like doing Corpse Pale. I intentionally make her a vampire nun. We'll finish up Ivy's sword tonight, at least. Alright, do we go with Abaddon or Grim Black? I feel Grim Black's going to be the best option. I'm trying to get as much of around her face as done as possible because I have to come in with a lot of edge highlighting and stuff. And gold and white. Yeah, my intention is at least to get the nun done tonight. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do most of her outfit in Grim Black. And then the shoes will be Abaddon. And the only reason I'm really using the Grim Black on her outfit is so that the undercoat, the underbase, will pop through a little, so it kind of looks like material. And the only reason I'm painting this really quickly is because I have to do all this edge highlighting in her outfit because a lot of her outfit, if I'm going off of what I'm seeing, how Gaz did it. Gaz has her with a lot of like gold highlights. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. Okay, real quick, one more thing to do with Ivy here. So the image I sent you is the Tina. Oh, alright. I didn't even know you sent an image. Okay. Her hair's done. Good. Okay, now to start on the gold. Yay, I'm painting fucking chaos right now. Because this is exactly how you fucking paint chaos. Signs of using Pokemon that has. Huh. I mean, that weirdly makes sense, but yeah. Ah, my back. What in the Hatsune Miku the fuck is going on there? I think that face is good enough. Alright, what time is it? Oh, that's why I'm not hearing shit. Ooh, nice. By the way, to the picture. least get the sword done because this is the fun part. For Ivy. Okay. What do we think, Lurka? It's midnight. I'm still working. Ooh, nice. Wait. Thank you for the follow, Punished Kane. How you doing? Well, I'm upset it doesn't get the usual pass. What does it need to improve? How are you doing? How are you doing, Kane? I'm not exactly sure where I'm at. I just kind of... I mean, I might have a trick I can do for the smoke to make it look more like smoke. I'm doing pretty good. We're just trying to get this nun painted up. Battle Nun? Yeah, I say Battle Nun. Her name is Eleonora. Yeah. I think this is supposed to be the artist's attempt at a Sister of Battle sort of proxy. Because they do have a few proxies like this. Oh, I forgot to do a side. I forgot to do tarnishing on the gold on this side. I'm at that right there at that situation where it's like I feel like she's done, but there's like little things I'm trying to think of what we could do. See, the problem is she's a nun, so there's not a lot I can do outfit-wise. Skin tone-wise. That's kind of the whole reason we did the slap chop, so I didn't have to do a lot of multi-coats. See, the problem is I'm not really feeling anything else from her. I'm not sure what else. So we're right at that point where it's like I almost feel like gluing her on and then I'm just going to stare at her for like an hour or two after this. Well, what are we feeling, chat? Do we feel she's good, or should we try and touch something up? Because I'm not really sure what else to touch up on here. Well, if that's the case, then sweet. Unfortunately, I can't touch this model, and I can't touch the other model that is on my desk. So I don't really have anything I can speed paint in under 30 minutes. Do we want to do a ghost video, or do we want to call it Lurka? Alright, ghost videos it is. Let me look up one. Alright. Sorry, I just saw something over on Twitter. So the shaman that we painted up last week, last week. That was technically not done by Ronin. That was done by somebody they're training. But they sponsor the person, so... Motherfucker. Alright, there. Well, all we've got is slapped ham, so let's... Well, we've got Slapped Ham, so we'll go watch Slapped Ham real quick, and then we will call it for the night. Oh, my hands. And we're going to keep that light up because I need to take my initial pictures. Oh god, what's broken? Hello? Am I paused? Oh, that was weird. Okay. We're going to do desktop, and we're going to do this one from 4 days ago. Let me just stop the music so we can actually hear what the hell.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Ham.
Yay, Cal.
You're about to see some of the most mysterious video clips that are trending on socials right now. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more mysterious content, just like this.
Our first piece of scary footage was uploaded to TikTok by user Mr. List Paranormal. Take a look at what it shows.
I can't tell what the fuck it is.
There's something there on the road. Whatever it is, it's moving, suggesting it could be a creature of some kind, yet its appearance doesn't seem to
That
match
felt weird.
any known species. Even a closer inspection by zooming in fails to clarify its mysterious identity. As usual, several viewers offered their opinions on what it might be. Some thought it could be an upside-down turtle or even a large crab.
I can't fucking tell what it is either. That's
Others
weird.
chose a more supernatural angle, suggesting it could be a skinwalker.
Can we stop
So what do you
saying
think
fucking
this is? Love
skinwalker
to hear
in
your theories on
every
this
fucking
in the
video where it's
comments
like
down
weird looking
below.
creature?
This next photo's been stirring up quite the discussion in the paranormal community. Uploaded to the Like V Facebook page, the photo shows something rather eerie. Captured in Scotland, this image was taken in the fall of 2016 in a park shadowed by the mystery of a nearby prehistoric burial ground dating back between 2000 and 3000 BC. There, in an old stone structure, is what appears to be a ghostly face peering out from a window.
That looks more like pareidolia, but fine.
The poster claims that the haunting visage is also visible on the negative film. A detail that, if true, intensifies the authenticity of this mysterious photo. Apart from being scanned and cropped for clarity, the image remains unaltered, preserving its original mystique. The location leaves viewers to ponder if what they're seeing is a glimpse into the spectral remnants of a long-gone era.
No, it's pareidolia,
Whether
or
this is
somebody
a trick
edited
of the
the...
light or a genuine paranormal phenomenon
edited the,
remains open to
negative.
interpretation, but it certainly stirs the imagination and opens up a dialogue about the mysteries that may lie beyond our current understanding.
Or somebody fucked with the picture. It's not that hard to put two different pictures over each other.
When Redditor Inevitable decided to take their dog for a late
It's also
night
there, it
walk,
could be double
they
exposure
captured
being it's an
this
older
eerie
picture.
clip. With the playground appearing completely deserted, the swing's motion continued. A sight that stirred a deep sense of unease in the poster, prompting them to leave the area immediately. To some, the image of a lone swing swaying to and fro may evoke thoughts of a ghostly child playing in the dark. Others might scoff at such a notion, yet if they watch this next video uploaded to Reddit by user Nikolai Gogol, they might just change their tune. In this clip, we see a similar incident taking place. However, it's the context provided by the poster's chilling backstory that will likely send chills down your spine. When the poster moved into a new apartment near their workplace, they were initially told by the landlord about the mysterious departure of the previous tenants. They didn't think much of it at first, however strange occurrences began to unfold about a month after moving in. The poster would wake up in the night to what sounded like someone clearing their throat right next to their ear. More disturbingly, they started noticing scratch marks on their neck each morning, initially brushing them off as self-inflicted. The real unease set in with an incident involving their book collection. Despite living alone, they found a children's book and a box of cereal oddly placed on their kitchen counter. Later, upon returning home from errands,
you're not actually
tiny
showing us
childlike
pictures, you're just
fingerprints
talking
were
about
discovered on
spooky
the
stuff.
inside of a window. The culmination of these eerie events occurred when the poster woke up to distant laughter and the sound of a swing creaking. This captured video, showing a solitary swing moving in the desolate, snow-covered playground, suggests an unseen presence at play. So could these mysterious occurrences be mere coincidences, or are they somehow interconnected? Is it possible that the apartment harbours an unseen resident, a ghostly child perhaps? Moreover, does this story prove that the eerie movement of the solitary swing seen in both of these videos was indeed caused by something paranormal?
Maybe could also be some kids set it off and just ran off.
When Reddit user Clue44 had a creepy experience with their Alexa speakers, they decided to share it online. The backstory to this encounter is intriguing. The family has experienced numerous paranormal activities in their house, and their experiences have been validated by 2 mediums during 3 desperate readings. One of these mediums identified the presence of a 19-year-old female spirit, adding an eerie layer to the events captured in this next video. The incident occurred at 12:21 AM with everyone in the house sound asleep. An Alexa speaker in the user's mother's room suddenly began playing music. This unexplained activity prompted the mother to command Alexa stop. The following morning, the Reddit user
Mine
investigated
did
the
that
incident
before. I think
further
I've
by
explained
reviewing
this.
the
Like, it
activity
will
history in
weirdly
the Alexa
sometimes, if
app,
it thinks it
which
hears
logs
something,
both
it will
the
start
command
just
and the
doing stuff.
accompanying audio clip. Upon playback, they discovered that the Alexa device had been activated by phrases "Alexa" and "play a song" spoken in a voice distinct from any other family member. Have a listen. The voice seems to belong to a young female. A detail that resonates with the medium's earlier identification of a young female spirit.
Now let's hear that
The
third
user
one.
describes the voice as human-like but somewhat spectral, with the phrase "play a song" seemingly followed by indiscernible words. Is this an instance of the
See, the
purported
fact that they're not.
spirit trying to communicate?
He's cutting the
or
video off before we
simply
hear
a
the third voice
technological
makes me
anomaly?
pretty sure it's obvious
The
what's
clip
going on.
brings an unsettling yet fascinating insight into the possibility of otherworldly interactions with modern technology. But what do you think? Did Alexa record the voice of a ghost? Let me know your take on this one in the comments.
It's either
down
that or
below.
their system got. It's either somebody's talking in their sleep or the system got hacked.
When Instagrammer Spooky Cumballs uploaded this unnerving
Really?
compilation of footage, it quickly began to
Really?
attract viewers.
That's the username?
The first snippet shows him relaxing on the sofa when the chair by the piano suddenly moves.
Dude, what the f?
Next, we hear the same piano making a noise. However, the eerie tune quickly stops when the OP calls out, "Who's there?"
Who's there?
Viewers analyse the video and discuss the creepy activity in the comments section, with one suggesting the poster cleansed their house by burning sage and sprinkling holy water. Another believed that ghosts, like the one possibly haunting this house, feed on energy. The more fear the homeowner shows, the more the entity is likely to do. In this last clip, the uploader's on the street. One of the lights inside of the house is flickering on and off. Could this be evidence of a possible poltergeist caught on camera? Whatever's going on, it seems to have spooked the uploader enough to suggest that now's the time to move.
Dude, what the f?
Brookdale Lodge in California, nestled in the Santa Cruz Mountains, is a location steeped in history and shrouded in the mystery of the paranormal. Originally built in the early 20th century, the lodge quickly became famous for its natural beauty and unique architecture, which notably included a creek running through the dining room. However, it's the lodge's ghostly tales that have truly captivated the imagination of visitors and locals alike. The most famous of these is the tragic story of a young girl named Sarah Logan. According to local law, Sarah, who was related to the lodge's owner, drowned in the creek that runs through the property back in the 1920s. Guests and staff have reported seeing her ghostly figure wandering near the creek, often described as a small girl in a white dress, looking lost and forlorn. In this creepy photograph uploaded to the Like V Facebook page, we see possible evidence of the girl that's said to haunt this lodge. Adding to the eerie backstory, guests and staff of the neighbouring hotel have reported unsettling noises and screams emanating from the lodge. However, what adds a truly chilling dimension to this narrative is a more recent incident. A few years ago, a boy is said to have nearly met the same fate as the young girl in the very same river. He claimed that before inexplicably being pinned down in the water, he had been playing with a small girl, eerily reminiscent of the drowned child from decades earlier. While the poster themselves didn't experience any supernatural occurrences, their photo, coupled with these unnerving accounts from the past, paint a haunting picture of the Brookdale Lodge, a place seemingly caught between the realms of the living and the spectral echoes of its sorrowful history.
When it's a famous place that says it has ghosts, it's usually
Before
they're
we
making
take a look at a
shit up.
strange clip that many say shows witches, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and unusual videos. This brief clip was uploaded to TikTok by user thehorror.network. Shows what the uploader believes to be witches.
Or just crackheads.
One of the figures appears to leap from the embankment and into a bush below. The jump, however, seems too far for a human to perform. Moments later, another figure drops from the embankment as the first begins to walk towards the camera holder.
I think you probably intruded on
In
somebody's
total,
private
there
property
appear
and
to
they're
be
just
3
fucking with you.
figures, each dressed in long white robes. Unfortunately, the clip is brief, offering little context or even a location. So what do you think's going on in this video? Are the figures really witches, as the uploader suggests? Or is there another way to explain their appearance and seemingly superhuman abilities?
Now, in case you haven't heard the awesome news, we've launched a brand new second channel. If you want to see the latest episode, check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a spooky playlist there you can binge on. Now, leave us a comment down below which one of these clips you thought was the scariest or weirdest. We love hearing your feedback. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.
Alright. If I didn't have work tomorrow, I'd say let's watch one more. But I got work tomorrow. So, let's go look at my raid options. Unless Lurk has got somebody they'd like to recommend. Alright. Alright, we did Goblin Mommy last week. Actually, we did her Saturday. Alright. Alright, so we've got Lurka's option of Death of VT, Death of Gods VT. We've got, and then our other three options are going to be screw it. I was gonna do the poll thing. I was just like, nobody else is really playing anything I want to show off or hasn't. Everybody's pretty much playing stuff that I expect. Alright. Are you sure it's Death of Gods VT? Because they're not popping up. Death of... Yeah, no, he's not popping up. Can you copy his actual username? Or... It's... Thank you. Alright, I will be back. Funny enough, I will probably be back Wednesday with another paint stream, but this paint stream is going to probably be a Blue Twitch stream. And after that, we'll see what else. But I hope to see you all later. I'm going to get this raid cooking. I hope you all have a good evening. I hope you all have a good rest. And if I don't see you next time, I'll hope to see you again sometime soon. Bye, my lovelies.